y'all, this is Christin with Christin's Crafts, and today I'm going to show you how to make this 3D paper poinsettia. So here are the templates that I cut. These are for sale on my Etsy shop, and these I've cut on cardstock. I believe it's 80 pound. I have red, green, and yellow. This is the center of the flower, and I'm just showing you how I roll it up using a glue stick. So I roll up each of the little petals going in, and then I do another bend on the horizontal part so they get rolled horizontally and vertically. So here I'm going to start with my green petals, which are actually going to be our leaves, and then we have the medium sized petals, which are the red, which is our first row of red petals. And I'm just cutting up the petals about an inch or so. I don't measure, there's no need to. And then I have the smallest petals, also just cutting a slit in those. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to start gluing them. So the green ones, you don't want to glue too far because these are the outermost color, so that you want them to lay a little bit flatter. So I'm going to just barely overlap the two tabs here with hot glue in the middle, and there are 6 of those. So once I get all the green ones glued, I'm going to show you here. I'm going to take the red ones here, starting with the medium, and I'm going to fold them in half. You can do this before or after you cut the tabs. It doesn't really matter. You can do it before or after you glue. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to fold the green ones later. But I'm going to take my little crease tool that I use from vinyl, and I'm going to use that to really crease that. What I have here is I have the base hexagon. It's just the hexagon from Cricut Design Space. That is an 8-inch hexagon. The petals, I cut green, 6 of them at 7 inches tall. The red medium, 6 of them I cut at 6 inches tall, and the red small, 6 of them I cut 5 inches, and then the centers are 4, 3, and 2 inches. And when you buy my templates in Etsy, they will automatically, don't unlock the scale lock, just leave it and change those heights and let the width automatically figure. So here I'm going and I'm showing you that the green ones I'm going to fold while I've already glued them, and I'm not creasing them as much. I'm just leaving them a little bit more open for the outside edge for the leaves. So now I'm going to go through and I'm going to glue all of my red petals together. I'm starting with the medium, so there's going to overlap just a little bit more than the green, and I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue there and then glue those tabs together. So we'll just speed this up just a little bit. We'll go through all of the medium and then all of the small, and then we'll assemble our flower. So now we have our center. I'm going to take these 3 centers, again that's at 4 inches, 3 inches, and 2 inches, and I'm going to glue them together, largest on the bottom. So now we're going to assemble our flower. We're going to take our hexagon and we're going to start with our largest petal, which are the green leaves, and I'm going to add some glue. There's my daughter giving you a wave. I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the back, and I'm going to glue them onto each side of the hexagon. So after we make it all the way around with our green petals, now we're going to go to our medium petals, which are the first red row, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to glue the back and stick it down, and I'm going to offset it in between the 2 green on the previous row. So now we're done with our second row, we're going to go to our third and final row, which is our smallest petal, which is the next row of red. Again, offsetting between the 2 of the previous row. If you wanted to make a larger flower, you could just make more rows and just gradually increase or decrease the size of your petals. This is about 17 to 18 inch flower when we're done with the measurements that I've given you. So we're going to go all the way around with our last row. And you'll see that when I put the centers in, I didn't really want you to see the green from the back. So I decided to just hand cut a small red circle to go in the middle. This is up to you, it's just your preference. I just didn't want the green to show through. I could have used a green background, but then you would have seen, a red background, but then you would have seen that from the side, and I'm hanging this on a door, so I didn't want to do that. So I'm just going to use this red circle here, and then I'll take the center and I'm just kind of folding it to shape it how I want it, and then I'm going to put some glue on the back of that and then glue it into the very center of our flower. And that's it, your poinsettia is done. You can glue these to foam core board, you can safety pin these to curtains for a backdrop, you can put a hanger on the back, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to just glue a little piece of twine on the back, and it's going to hang from a hook on my door in my pantry. And there you go, your poinsettia is done. Here I'm showing you the size, and there it is hanging on my door. I love how this turned out. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll be glad to help. Thanks.